Welcome back to Bo's War Thunder Favorites. This week we'll be taking a look at the Ki-200. This is a plane that I actually did not like for the longest time in War Thunder, until the Japanese trees start facing P-80s, C-Meteors, F-80s, Meteor 3s all the time. And now I see this plane as a necessary evil. I know its brother the ME-163 has a massive battle rating at this moment, but I believe that the Ki-200 is staying in a place that it needs to deliver the justice it's needed. Real life history real quick, and then we'll get to some very fast-paced gameplay. 6 or 7 of these things did exist. It's backwards engineered from the ME-163 Komet. The plane, I believe they had one powered flight where the plane went up. There was a stoppage in the fuel tank. The plane went up, stopped going up. The pilot was able to get it to glide almost back down to safety. He hit a building, and he died of his wounds the next day. It's pretty tragic. And then the project was grounded, and as you know, Japanese lost a war shortly after, so this plane never took to sky. The reason the Japanese won this plane was because they saw what was happening to the Germans with the B-24s, the B-17s, and the Lancasters, and they knew that the B-29 was going to be coming over their homeland soon and doing its bombing campaign. So this was a necessary plane for Japan. There's a couple different variations of those things. There's one called, you'll see it be called the JAM-1, and then there's the Ki-200. That's just an Army and a Navy designation. And you'll see it with some different, I've seen it with a different few guns, but like I said, it's a prototype, so this could have all changed just due to documentation errors or different history. This plane, though, the numbers I see listed is 5.5 minutes of fuel, and even though in game I think it's around 4 minutes, this thing gets an air start at a pretty decent speed, so I have no problem with it only being 4 minutes. It's got less fuel than the ME-163. And it's a pretty difficult plane to fly. Before I get in the game real quick, I'll just say that this is something that you probably want to do a lot of test flights with. And try to learn at, some speeds you can roll at, and most speeds you can't. You need to learn where the limits are on this thing before she'll snap and kill you. It's kind of like a Mustang, right? You want to ride that wild horse, but sometimes she'll kick you off. And so you just need to learn where her limits are. But, like I said, let's go have some very fast-paced fun. And I'll show you how players fly the Ki-200, how most of the community will tell you to fly the Ki-200. And then there's the Bohica Iceway, and I'll show you that after this round. So we get into our match. As you see, it has 4 minutes and 10 seconds of fuel, so I was a little bit off there. A majority of players will tell you to, when you use the Ki-200, to climb straight up, get to a nice high altitude, and then glide, and then dive down on your prey. So you're going to work your way from the top down and try to save as much fuel as you can up in the higher altitudes. So we're going to climb up, and one concern I have about this map is that there's probably going to be some F-80s and P-80s on this map because it's high-tier Japan. And since we're not on a map that has a U.S. land base, there's probably going to be some F-80s in our face pretty quickly. And that's why I think this plane's a necessary evil. You need to have, and I'm not saying overwhelming, like I don't want to see 6 or 10 Ki-200s in a game, but I still think that 2 or 3 are necessary for the Japanese late-tier teams to have a chance. And you'll see what I'm talking about. This thing is a nice counter to the F-80 if you have in the hands of a capable pilot. So we're going to climb up here. She's pretty slow right now in this steep climb. And lo and behold, hello F-80. Fancy seeing you here. And there's his brother, F-80. Alright, awesome. So I'm not going to have the ability to dive on these guys. And here, look at how far out she's shooting at me. Jeez. Alright, I'm going to roll out. And typically you don't... Oh, let's see if I can hit this guy. See, it's very dangerous right there. You saw those high G warnings that popped up. That's a very dangerous maneuver, and I knew I was under 400 miles an hour or even under 300 miles an hour. Do not try that maneuver in a dive or at any type of higher speed than that, because a roll like that will kill you. It's just me. You have to fly this plane by feeling. Things happen too fast for you to look at numbers, so you just need to... You fly it enough and you learn where her boundaries are. So let's dive down away from the F-80s. I'm not going to have a chance with those things up at that altitude. And something's chasing that GAN-1, so let's dive down. This thing will kill itself almost in a straight line too fully upgraded. So you have to keep an eye on that old speedometer. There's a Bearcat here chasing that GAN-1 like it's a piece of meat, and I don't think he realizes I'm behind him. So let's just sneak up on him here. And oh, that carrier just got walloped on. Alright, I'm just going to hold my fire until about now, and there we go. Easy done. Hopefully that GM1 can, if he hasn't dropped all his bombs, have another pass. And I'm going to climb straight up because that P-80 is never, ever, ever going to catch me. One thing I'll say real quickly is whenever you do high G churns and thing, you black out a lot in this plane. Get used to watching the radar to see where things are. Might see it here in a second. Whenever I black out though in this plane, I always keep an eye in the top right corner to see where things, if they're trying to dive up on me, did they fly under me, are they to the left or right? And I kind of I fly by radar instead of like right here. All I see is that black silhouette, but I know by the radar that he's still doing a left turn. So it's kind of a helpful aid because you'll black out a lot in this thing. And there's a P-80. I want to kill that thing, and he will not escape me. He should have never let me behind him. Come on. No, he's not going anywhere. Come on, dude. Come here. Come here. I am running out of fuel. And I do not think I'm going to return back to the carriers because this plane has a hard time landing. And I don't want to risk it. I might be able to do some more damage before I die here. I still have 60 cannon rounds and a minute of fuel. So let's see if we can help out this A6M5 with this F8F. God. Losing all my speed here with all these turns. Alright, let's see if I can catch this guy in the deflection shot. And he's pulling in too hard on me. I'm not. If I put that plane up anymore right there, it would have snapped in half. It's just a simple roll. There he is. Trying to slow down, get on his tail. And yeah, once again, I'm trying to fight a prop plane with a plane with no rudder or elevator. Well, it's got a rudder, it has no elevator though. Elevators are on the wings. I don't know what you call them. Aileron or elevatorons. They have an actual real term. See if I can catch the Bearcat right here. Nope. Thank God that A6M5 was on him, or else I would not have a chance in this fight at this altitude and at this speed. There we go. See, I got a critical, and I'm going to leave him for that A6M5 to see if he can finish him off. I just want to be assist right there. I don't really care for the kill. I just want to make sure he's dead before the A6M5 gets killed by AA. So that leaves the two F80s that disappeared. There's one right there. So even though I'm out of fuel, I'm going to keep my... This is a thing I learned about the Ki-200. Keep your nose down, keep airspeed up. People will still attack you even if you're out of fuel, and you can usually take somebody out just like that before you're dead. So even as a glider, you're still pretty dangerous. And we'll see what I actually got on that guy. I could just be bragging for no reason. Well, so I'm dead. I was dead anyway. I had no gas, so I was going to ditch in the ocean. And he doesn't look right. And there's a tip of his wing missing, so... Haha. Alright, I fast forwarded to the end of the round because that went on for another 10 minutes and you guys don't want to watch a Ki for chasing F80, but he was able to get him. So we ended up with 3 kills, 1 assist, and 56,000 Lion payday, 2,600 research points. It's pretty fair. It's, you know, I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I had fun. I paid off the plane. So let's see how much repair actually cost. I don't have it auto repair right now. So it's about 12,000, so I make quite a bit. And let's take it out now with the Bohica way. So like I said, most players will tell you to climb high, glide, and dive down. The Bohica Ice way is to, and I'm going to do a little cheerleader thing right here, be aggressive, be aggressive. And we're going to go straight across the map, attack low, and try to catch those other jets, especially in Korea. Try to catch the MiG-9s, LA-1754s, maybe just the plain MiG-50. Oh my god. That was a weird spawn. Sushi's ahoy! Anyway, MiG-50, the base MiG-15, and probably some Me-262s, maybe an Me-163, all kinds of jets. All kinds of jets are over there right now in this matchmaker. So, I could climb high. I could wait for them to get to their speed and altitude, but in this instance, I'm going to keep low, I'm going to keep fast, and we're going to buzz the crap out of every poor Korean's house here. It's, you know. But it's actually a pretty big map, but it doesn't feel too big when you're hauling this fast. So you try to keep your map open. You'll see me keep open the map throughout this because it's kind of hard to keep a straight point to the airfield. But you want to aim. There's kind of a pass that always the MiG-9s try to go through. MiG-9s and the Me-262s always try to climb through. You know, they want to try to climb to the side, but there's a pass that they always go through. I'll show it to you. I'm sure I always catch somebody in this pass. And you can call me dirty, but I'm just trying to do what I have to do to win as a Japanese player. So, let's stay lower the mountains, do a little ridgeline following here. This plane has another, let's say, maybe 50 miles an hour to it before it'll start redlining. So this thing is pretty damn quick. There we go. We're over the mountains. There's the river. So I've already burned up almost a minute and a half of fuel just getting to this point. I know people can make it back to the airfield in Korea. I just made the decision to come in, do as much damage as possible, and then let my team do the rest of the work. I look at Ki-200s as expendable planes. I've died 80% of the time while landing. I've died because of the wings snapping off and then not being repaired. So I'd rather die on the field of battle than die with a crash landing. Hell, I can't land most normal planes. What chance do I have of landing this thing? Alright, there's, let's see, right to the left here, we'll probably see a MiG-9. I actually think, where are they? There's a Dot. Hello, Mr. Dot. Sometimes you can catch them AFK climbing too, and that's really fun. But they don't expect a Ki-200 to be climbing up underneath them like this. It's like, oh, don't miss, don't miss. Oh, that was lucky. I almost screwed this up. So there's one. Easy. So at least I have a 1-to-1 KDR in this game if I crash, right? Oh, there's another MiG-9 there. Let's say hello to him. I do take more head-ons in this than I should, but sometimes it's the only way you can... There we go. I'm not scared of that 37mm right now. Big plane. I'm sorry, small plane, big ground. I'll take my chances. And I see dots behind me. I can't figure out what the hell they are. Oh, blacked out. I cannot see what that is. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a 262. Hello. Nice to meet you here. Like I said, I'm kind of a dirty player. You can call me... Feel free to type a comment, Bohika, you dirty, dirty man, because... This is kind of dirty. I'll admit it, but... You know... This is the state of the game right now, and... Oh, come here. Come on. There we go. He's in trouble. So there's 3 off the bat, and I'm pretty sure I have a couple of them still chasing me. What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's a bot. So, even if the ones I didn't kill, a few of them there are still kind of pissed off at me, as this thing usually is. Was that a Komet? Oh my god. Holy crap, it's a Ki-200 Komet fight. Now I'm out of gas. This could have been epic. Crap. Now I'm fascinated to see what's going to happen. I'm going to try to keep my airspeed up a bit, though. I still have 20 rounds I might be able to snapshot something with. Maybe not. Let's just try to find a nice place to land. Oh, that Me-163 just broke his wings over there. Like I said, these things will... They will kill you. Don't be discouraged if you snap your wings in a Ki-200 or Me-163. They're difficult planes to fly. They are rewarding, but it takes time. And they change every flight model, it feels like. Every time there's a patch, these things get a new flight model. So, if you're watching this in the future, and this is completely untrue, I apologize. But, you know, this is the 1.41.3 build of this plane at this moment. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to come over here and try to kill me. So we're going to find a nice field to try and land in. I'll even drop the little ski. We'll see if we can land at least on my... I'll try not to snap the wings off. You can get your repair down quite a bit if you land this thing never... Oh, whatever. It's only one aileron on the engine, so hopefully the repair bill's not too bad. So now we can just sit here and watch the... everybody try to kill that Komet. How many meteors does it take to kill a comet? It's like a spectator sport. Just grab my popcorn. I don't even know what to say to this. I feel like I should get out my Nambu pistol and might have a better chance, or Arasaka. Just wing some rounds up there at him. Come on, meteors. You can do it. There's 3 of you. Oh, here comes some of the other. So there's 4 meteors. That poor that ME-163 pilot's either having a lot of fun or he's terrified. Oh, he found the Ki-200 is out of gas. So I got 1 kill out of this. And here comes the meteors, and nope, nothing. Wait, what just happened? I don't even know what the hell's going on over there now. And that meteor just snapped his wing. So he's out of this. This ME-163 might just win this dogfight by making all the meteors snap their wings off. He's the last guy alive. He may win this game single-handedly by getting all of our teammates to snap their wings off. He can't have much more fuel, though. I mean, they have just a little bit more fuel than I had, so... And when he starts getting a straight line and running from the meteor, I'm going to assume that means he's low on fuel. Oh, he's going back up. I feel like I should have some music playing right now or something. Oh, he's back down. Like, I don't want to leave yet. I want to know what happens. I have to see the conclusion to this fight. Oh, head on. And nothing. And... okay, maybe he did get him with the head on. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, he got him from behind. Oh, whatever. So let's fast forward. Okay. I'll read out this with... I don't know how long this is going to last. They're probably going to kill some bots, so... I'll show you the final repair bill and the final RP count for this game. Alright, this game finally does about 3 or 4 minutes for them to kill those bots, so... I don't think it's going to be too bad, though. Let's see what I get. What does a suicidal Ki-200 get rewarded with these days? And a little less than last round, but... still not too shabby. 49,000, 4,000 RP. I got more RP, it seems like, than last time. Kind of interesting, but let's see what that repair bill is. And, alright, 500. So thanks for watching. And you like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think.